Welcome to another online training session with Impact PTAC. Today we will be discussing the basics of government contracting Part 2. We will start with contract types. There are 6 basic types of contracts including fixed price, cost reimbursement, incentive contracts, indefinite delivery contracts, time and material and labor hour contracts, and agreements. We will begin with fixed price contracts. These are the most common types of contract, and the price of the contract is set before the project is started. This can come in the form of firm fixed price with an economic adjustment, and fixed price incentive. Cost reimbursement contracts provide for payment of all allowable expenses to the extent prescribed in the contract. These contracts establish an estimate of total cost for the purpose of obligating funds and establishing a ceiling that the contractor may not exceed except at its own risk, without the approval of the contracting officer. Cost reimbursement contracts are normally when uncertainties involved in contract performance do not permit costs to be estimated with sufficient accuracy to use any type of fixed price contract. Incentive contracts, as described in this subpart, are appropriate when a firm fixed price contract is not appropriate and the required supplies or services can be acquired at lower costs and in certain instances with improved delivery or technical performance. Incentive contracts are designed to obtain specific acquisition objectives by doing 2 things. First, by establishing reasonable and attainable targets that are clearly communicated to the contractor, and secondly, by including appropriate incentive arrangements designed to motivate contractor efforts that might not otherwise be emphasized and discourage contractor inefficiency and waste. Indefinite delivery and indefinite quantity contracts, or IDIQs, provide for an indefinite quantity of services for a fixed time. These are used when the agency can't determine above a specific minimum the precise quantities of supplies or services that the government will require during the contract period. This helps streamline the contract process and speed up delivery service. IDIQs are most often used for service contracts and architect engineering services. Awards are usually for base years and option years. The government places delivery orders for supplies or task orders for services against a basic contract for individual requirements. Minimum and maximum quantity limits are specified in the basic contract as either number of units for supplies or as dollar values for services. Time and materials, or T&M contracts, provide for acquiring supplies or services on the basis of direct labor hours at specified fixed hourly rates that include wages, overhead, general and administrative expenses, and profit as well as actual cost for materials. A T&M contract may be used only when it is not possible to accurately estimate the extent or duration of the work or to anticipate costs with any reasonable degree of confidence. There are 2 main types of agreements: the Basic Order Agreement, or BOA, and the Blanket Purchase Agreement, or BPA. A BOA is a written instrument of understanding negotiated between an agency and a contractor that contains 3 things. First, terms and clauses applying to future contracts or orders between the parties during its term. Second, a description, as specific as practicable, of supplies or services to be provided. And third, methods for pricing, issuing, and delivering future orders under the Basic Ordering Agreement. A Basic Ordering Agreement is not a contract. A Blanket Purchase Agreement, BPA, is a simplified acquisition method that government agencies use to fill anticipated repetitive needs for supplies and services. BPAs are essentially a charge account set up with suppliers. They help trim the red tape associated with repetitive purchasing and make repeat purchases easier for both sides. A multiple award task order contract is an IDIQ type contract with multiple awards used by the military for acquiring facility design, construction, and maintenance services. Several firms are awarded or allowed into the MADOC, and then when task orders are made through the MADOC, only those businesses are allowed to bid. The Federal Acquisition Regulations, or FAR, is a substantial and complex set of rules governing the federal government's purchasing process. Its purpose is to ensure purchasing procedures are standard and consistent and conducted in a fair and impartial manner. For a business to have success within the federal government arena, it is critical that they have an understanding of the FAR. Some of the key parts of the FAR are included on this list. In order to be successful in government contracting, there are several steps a business must take. Here are a few of those steps which we will go through in more detail over the next few slides. The first thing you will need to do is register with Dun & Bradstreet to get a DUNS number for your business. This number will be used to identify your business for the purposes of contracting and is necessary to fill out your SAM registration, which we will discuss on the next slide. Getting a DUNS number is a free process and can be done by going to the following website. Make sure when completing this registration that you use your company's name exactly how it's listed on your tax records. If not entered correctly, it will cause problems when registering for your SAM account. The next thing that you will want to do is define your products and/or services. The federal government uses a system called the North American Industry Classification System, or NAICS, to identify products and services. You can search for your codes at the following website. The System for Award Management, or SAM, is a database of companies registered to do business with the government, and it is required that you register before you can receive a contract. The correct website for SAM is www.sam.gov. Be aware that there are spam websites that look similar but want to charge to register your business. The SAM registration is free, and you will want to make sure that you are at the correct website. Some of the following information you will need to complete the registration is your DUNS number, tax ID, banking information, specifically checking and routing numbers, NAICS code, and general business information. Many businesses have trouble with the SAM registration, so please give Impact PTAC a call if you need assistance. The SBA profile is a database used by government contracting officers and prime contractors to find potential businesses for upcoming contracts. Most of the information on SBA profile is pulled from a company's SAM profile, except for the capabilities narrative, keywords, references, and bonding levels which need to be completed by accessing your SBA profile. This is done by logging into your SAM registration and clicking on the SBA profile link on the second to the last page of the registration. Many companies are unaware of SBA profile and don't complete it, but it is very important because it is the primary website where agencies do their research to find capable businesses for future contracts. The Dynamic Small Business Search tool is used to search the SBA profile database. This is a great place to search for competitors or to find examples of capability statements or keywords to use in your own profile. You can conduct searches by state or county, preference programs, keywords, NAICS codes, and more. This is a great research tool that we suggest you use before completing your own SBA profile. Marketing to agencies and contracting officers can often feel overwhelming because of the enormous size of the federal government. In order to effectively market your business, it is necessary to research which agencies have a history of buying your products or services. One way you can do that is by using the Federal Procurement Data System, which can be found at fpds.gov. Another option is to have Impact PTAC create an in-depth marketing analysis for your business, which will allow you to focus your marketing efforts. You will also want to find conferences and matchmaking events that agencies are attending so that you can meet directly with their representatives. Impact PTAC sponsors conferences like these, so make sure that you contact us and get on our mailing list. Capability statements are an integral part of marketing to government agencies. Contracting officers are often inundated with marketing materials, so it's important to keep your capability statement clear and concise. The following information should be included in an easy-to-read format: specific capabilities and skills, DUNS number, NAICS codes, CAGE code, past performance history with specific projects, awards and commendations, and the resumes of key management to show legitimacy. For templates and assistance with your company's capability statement, make sure to contact Impact PTAC. It is important to do your research on which agencies buy your product and where they buy it. Some agencies will split contracts up to be underneath the $25,000 threshold so that they don't have to post it publicly. Others will order most of their goods and services from GSA, and some will simply post the contracts on FedBizOpps. Research on who, when, and where agencies buy can be done on sites like FPDS or through agency forecasting sites which can be found through acquisition.gov. Good research leads to effective marketing. When it comes to finding opportunities, one of the main places to go is FedBizOpps, which can be found at fbo.gov. Government solicitations over $25,000 are required to be posted on FBO. It is important to sign up for a free vendor account to register as an interested vendor on projects and watch opportunities. If you would like more information on FBO and how to register, you can watch our other FBO training videos in our members module. You will also want to subscribe to Impact's free bid matching service. Impact will assist you in creating a search profile which will cross-reference several federal, state, and local contracting websites. An email will then be sent to you every day there is a match. This saves you from having to spend the time going to different websites and manually searching for opportunities. A good way to get your foot in the door is to subcontract with a large company holding a contract. These opportunities can be found by contacting award winners from FBO or by looking through the posted subcontracting opportunities on SBA's subnet site. There are many great resources online, whether it is from SBA, SBDC, or PTAC sites. Use these to your advantage and partner with a local PTAC to get help with everything from registrations to certifications, marketing, and proposal development. Here is a list of resources for you to use. Feel free to pause the video and write down any of the applicable hyperlinks or email us for a list. If you are a North Dakota business and you have any questions about government procurement or need help with registrations, feel free to contact either Darren Pirius or Tanner Olson at Impact PTAC. We look forward to working with you. Thanks for watching and have a great day.